Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter June 2018 Tarot reading. Now that was an amazing presentation of the sun's magnetic fields in that NASA video. And those plasma streams that come from the sun have a lot of energy and bring a lot of energy into our life for the positive and the negative. Now you have a good reading, a lot of things going on here. And you even have the Wheel of Fortune this time. Yay, wee. Now the rune that you received is Berkano. This is about awakening, growth, fertility. She's very parallel to the Empress card. This is about death, rebirth, and the cycles of life. Maturity, beauty, Venus. Now I pulled you a Minciati card, and this is a deck I put together that has virtues, all the elements, all of the zodiac signs, chaos, infinity, and you received Taurus. Now this happened way back when, a month or so ago, that we were in Taurus. But also this is a steadfast, stubborn kind of energy. It's there about security and seeking luxury. Now the overall energy card that you received is the Hanged Man. This signifies Odin. Hanging from the Norse tree of life, Jurg's staring into the well of Urds, seeking the wisdom of the runes, secret magic letters. The paradox of all this is that he sacrificed himself to himself for wisdom. And in the legends, he actually died and came back to life. Just like the Berkano, meaning death and rebirth. There's a spiritual journey that you're going to be going on. There's going to be some decisions to be made, a transition, maybe even a change of direction. You have to utilize experience as your teacher and accept what is and what you can't change. This is about finding your inner self and making peace within it, letting things go with the natural flow, making room for the new because they're avidly seeking their place, getting rid of the old. I don't know, I've done 4 readings already, and every one of them has the cornerstone, a signpost saying everybody's looking for wisdom all of a sudden. You're on a new trajectory. Now the cards on the left, for what you know, you receive the Wheel of Fortune, your card, Sagittarius, number 10, change of things, cycles, and you also receive the Queen of Pentacles, an earth card, being down to earth, putting your feet on the ground, being grounded. Now there's some windows of opportunity, it appears, that are going to be opening for you, and you're going to have to recognize when they do open and close. Because I think there are going to be some cycles of the opening and closing. This is about having some good fortune. And a lot of times people make their own good fortune. Now the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Pragmatism. She wants you to get a grip on reality. Don't go into some kind of fantasy land. She's one of those too that weighs out the difference between money and happiness. Now up there for Taurus, sometimes they will forfeit happiness for money and some luxuries of things. Now you're going to have to be making that decision. What will be wise for you in your life? Now the cards in the center for what is or can be yours. You have the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords is a charlatan card. Somebody's under the radar and trying to steal from you. A lot of times I see that people are stealing their own emotions or allowing them to be stolen. And they're even aware of it. But whatever it is, maybe you're escaping from something, but you're moving on. You're packing some weapons too, a good many of them. But here the Ace of Pentacles is giving you a promise for a new beginning for finances, health, well-being. If you can utilize the Queen of Pentacles understanding, earthly understanding for this new pentacle beginning, you're going to be very successful. If you can utilize the wisdom that's gained from the Hanged Man, and also accept that there's going to be some type of sacrifices involved in this, especially with the Seven of Swords involved. Now the cards on the right for yourself, for self-awareness, receive the Eight of Swords and the Judgment card. You're being your own worst enemy here with the Judgment card. You know, the Eight of Swords is about holding yourself back. You could have let yourself free, but you haven't. You've allowed something to go on, and now you're judging yourself. Why did you do that? And other people even too are judging you whether you're going to release or not, because something somewhere, somebody's taking advantage of you, and they want to see if you're going to be changing something, moving something around. The Judgment card is saying that there's going to be a new beginning, a death and rebirth, just like the Berkano. Things are starting to move now. Summer's coming. Seeds are being sown. The Pentacle is being offered for the promise of more. The Judgment card is asking you, can you release yourself from the Eight of Swords bondage? Is there finally an awareness or a self-awareness that's going to come over you? Because this is the category of where the cards are at. You're seeking your higher self with the Hanged Man. You're seeking your higher self on the earthly plane with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, can you bring in love and understanding and compassion? Let's find out. Let's go over and see what's going on in your future cards. I don't know why I've been pulling so many future cards, but I have. You receive the Ace of Cups, Temperance, Tower. Well, it's a good thing to get Temperance and Tower together. Then you receive the Sun and the Moon. You're seeking a truth. Now, the Ace of Cups is a card that's a promise of a new emotional beginning, tightening ties between people, finding relationships that feel comfortable and work for you and the other person or the other people. Because this isn't a lover's card. This is a card about relationships with everybody in your life. This is a card about enjoying the pleasures of life. The 5 spritzers of water that are coming out of the cups signify your senses. Now you've got 2 aces here for earthly beginnings and emotional beginnings. As long as your spiritual journey is directing you in the right path, everything's going right down the road. But here you have the Temperance with the Tower card. Change of circumstances coming in, but you have to moderate yourself and be able to deal with these problems. The Tower card isn't a negative card. It's just a card of saying there's change coming. Actually, it's a neutral card, and it's really up to you how you deal with it. If you panic, there's going to be some bad things coming down the road. But here, right with the Tower card, is the Sun card, the card of prosperity, indicating clarity and insight, bringing understanding and abundance. But then it's with the Moon card, too. And usually the Moon card can bring some distortion in things. The reflective light of the moon can sometimes make things seem imaginary and not the way they really are. But Buddha says the only 3 things that can't be hidden is the sun, the moon, and the truth. So evidently now you've been looking for some truths that are going to bring wisdom. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.